We're going to go over Leetcode 1076, Project Employees 2. This is an easy question asked by companies such as Facebook. You can see there's two different tables we're looking at. There's the project table, including the project ID and the employee ID, and the employee table, which contains the employee ID, name, and experience in years. The goal here is to write a SQL query that gives back all project IDs that have the most employees, meaning that the employee count is equivalent to the largest employee count of any project. So, if we look at the example, we can see that project ID 1 contains 3 employees and project ID 2 contains 2 employees. So the output is simply going to be 1 for project ID 1. One thing you'll notice here is that the employee table was not used in that example. And the reason for that is that this isn't really a useful table for this specific query. There's 2 reasons I think that you may end up seeing something like this. And the first one being that it could be there to trip you up, to make you think that you need to use the employee table, or it could be that the employee table may be used in an additional question if you see this during an interview setting. So let's go ahead and write out the code here. First thing we're going to do is create a CTE, which I'm going to call employee count. And this CTE is going to select the project ID and the count of the employee ID, which I'm going to give an alias of count from project. We're going to group by the project ID. And so this now is going to give us a table that contains a project ID and the count of each project. Next, we will then query the project ID from the employee count table. We need to filter out all of the projects that don't have the equivalent employee count to the largest project. So we can do that by saying where the count is equal to, and then we can create a select statement inside our subquery where we are selecting the max count from the employee count table. Okay, we should be able to run this just fine. And let's submit it. All right, and we are good to go. So again, if we look at this, the first thing we're doing is we're creating a table that contains a project ID and the employee count for each project. Then we are going to query that table and just gather the employee or the project ID, and we will filter on the where statement to each project ID where the employee count is equivalent to the largest employee count of any project. All right, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you have any questions you'd like me to take a look at, again, please leave them in the comments. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe. And I greatly appreciate you taking the time to go through this problem with me today. Thank you.